Hey, I was just thinking about something. Whether it's the Super Bowl or the Christmas halftime show, with Beyonce, why do they always try to use Beyonce so much? And then when it's time to use Taylor Swift to sell a movie or her to get a big award or her the award show, I think she's even got probably Grammy of the Year or something like that. Y'all gotta realize Beyonce ain't never won Grammy of the Year. That's a part of the problem why Jay-Z in trouble now. He waited this long to start speaking up for Beyonce when he could have spoke up 10, 15 years ago. Him and Puffy speaking up about that Grammy stuff. That wasn't a good look, allegedly. Um, if y'all go back and check that out, I'll probably do that one day. Probably on another platform though. You know, YouTube won't let me do all that. But she has said something about, not getting the recognition she deserves. But, a lot of people will say, well, she's Beyonce and da 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 da. Yeah, they need her for live performances when it's hard to do live performances like she did yesterday or during the halftime show. But Taylor Swift ain't going out doing stuff like that. When is she gonna have her chance to go out and show what she's capable of? Because all I see her do is prance around the stage, and she doesn't really perform much. To be honest with you, she's not like a real live performer. She's not doing what Shakira and all these other people are doing. She's actually getting by without having to dance and sing like most performers have over the years. She's getting away with so many things that it's kind of hard to even judge her as a regular artist because she doesn't have to go up there and do much. She's not like a Celine Dion where her voice is just so magical to the point where she can just stand in the same spot. And that's the reason why they don't really have her around these performances like this. But I was just saying it. I'm like, man, they use Beyonce all the time. If you're going to use a artist like Beyonce, well, why don't you have more black female artists that's available out here? Because it seems like over the years, they only want to have one R&B performer. You see, they tried to push Ashanti out of the door. Ashanti has more hits. Oh, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but when it's all said and done, Ashanti, she ain't gonna have the streams and everything like Taylor Swift. But she gonna be selling more concerts in about 20, 30 years than Taylor Swift. I'm just gonna keep it a buck on that. Her songs right now are still doing higher than most people have their whole career. So let's just get that out of the way. Because they'll try to make it seem like, well, they use Beyonce because who else they gonna use? Man, stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it. We have so many female artists that have put out music over the last 20, 30 years. Please stop it. We have so many female artists, you can't even keep up with the female artists we forgot about. I'm talking about hits, real songs. On their first album type of deal. Drop one album. Look at how many songs Kelly Rowland had on that one album. That had ice and everything on there. Stop it, man. Come on. Been doing this. But I'm just talking about, if y'all gonna have Taylor Swift be the main female artist, the most streamed artist and everything else, why don't y'all put her on these live performances like this during the Super Bowl and everything else and try to put pressure on her? Because they'll try to make it seem like, oh, well, we just picked the best. No, because if Beyonce go out there and she sounds horrible, that's not going to be good pressure. That's going to be bad pressure. It's going to actually make her look bad at the end of the day. So these performances aren't really easy. Let's not go out there like you can just hit a button and everything going to happen. She still got to do the song dances. Beyonce was in shape. I was like, whoa. I'm like, man, this is pretty magical for Beyonce to be out here doing all this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow, okay. I like what she's doing. She's in shape, man. Singing still, able to move. I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm like, man, and I thought about it today. I'm like, when is Taylor Swift gonna do this? Because it's always like they try to include her and Beyonce together, and they want Beyonce to pass the torch off to her, it never should even been like that. I don't even, like I said before, I don't even know how somebody came through and replaced Ashanti. They tried to do that with Jennifer Lopez, with the Jenny from the Block situation, but this is worse than that. Because it seems like every time it's a tough performance where you got to go in front of 90,000 people and get it done, they'll hire Taylor Swift behind some dancers, but then Beyonce is like, you got to get out there in the front And you got to move and do this and everything inside these heels. So I don't know. It looks kind of weird. I just had to bring that up. But it is what it is though. Congratulations to Beyonce. She did a good job. She looked like she was in good shape too. Very good shape.